everyone. Welcome back to another healthy keto eating show. Tonight what I have for you is Philly steak and cheese Alfredo. Yum. Just did it all mixed together like that. It's got the steak, the peppers, the onions, mozzarella cheese, and a little bit of Alfredo sauce. And I do have a slideshow as always at the end. This recipe I made into 2 servings. A guy would definitely probably eat the whole serving, but I would suggest going a little bit less pepper, a little bit less onion then. Otherwise, it would be a little bit high carb, because what I did was just a half of a pepper for the 2 of my husband and I did about a half a cup of onions chopped up, so we each would get like a 1/4 cup of onion on each. So this total all around carb here for the both together was 16, so that means I have 8 carbs here. Like I said, a guy could do that for sure. That would just be 16 carbs for him if he was doing 1 meal. Because I do suggest you always do 6 or less carbs if you're doing more than 1 meal. But if you do 1, he could definitely eat the whole pan and only get the 16 carbs then, so that would be fine. But I've got steak here, and I did the really thin cut steak, and I think we each got about 4 ounces each of meat. And like I said, again, if you're doing 1 meal, I mean, even I could have done the whole entire thing. I would have just done less peppers and onions. I just wanted to split this with my husband. So that being said, I've got 8 carbs here, and I'm going to enjoy it with a yogurt as well, because I don't need as much protein. So with this is going to add another 12 grams of protein to it. And definitely with the steak here, I definitely will get around my 65 grams of protein that I need a day, because it's got the mozzarella cheese. There's a little bit of protein in the Alfredo sauce. So definitely I will do good here. So, but anyways, like I said, there's a slideshow at the end just showing how to make it really quick. Another super quick, easy meal. A little bit more expensive because it is steak, but it is the thin cut steak, so it wasn't that bad for a pack of those. I believe it was, gosh, I want to say around $5 maybe for that pack. But I do show a picture. You guys get to see a picture of all the ingredients. So, and then I just used pink salt and pepper. It was really easy. I did use olive oil to cook it in, so if you want to save on fat, this is the best way to do it for you. I always teach you how to do it lower fat. You would do it in a non-stick pan. You would do it with chicken, okay, instead of the steak. Now, steak is a higher fat. Of course, when they're thinly cut like this, they're not as bad. But definitely you would want to lower that by using chicken breast, and then you wouldn't use any oil like I did. I used olive oil, which is a great fat, but I'm only doing 1 meal. Remember, I need a little extra fat when I do that. But you would use just a non-stick pan, a little bit of water in the pan to help make the chicken more tender. And then you would do everything else the same. You would use the mozzarella cheese for sure, and you could exclude the Alfredo sauce. I added in that. We each have a serving of that because I added a half a cup, which a serving is a 1/4 cup. So I have a 1/4 cup on mine, 1/4 cup on his. So you would exclude out the Alfredo sauce as well. You don't have to have the Alfredo. It still would be steak, cheese, onions, and peppers. Chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese, so it still would be great. But again, if you're doing 1 meal, you could definitely have the steak, you can have the Alfredo, you can have it all, because you're doing 1 meal and going 24 hours without eating. And that's what I try to teach. That keto is for 3 different ways for trying to lose weight, maintaining weight, and gaining weight. Losing weight, you're going to cut the fat way down and use the fat off your body as your high fat source. Okay, that's what you're going to do. When you are in maintenance mode, you're going to eat fats in, because now you have no fat left in your body. That's your energy source. You're going to up your fats with good fats, olive oil, coconut oil, nuts, eggs, red meats, all those good things, real butter, all those good things you're going to be able to enjoy. And somebody trying to gain weight is going to eat even more fat. They're going to, increase all those by even more to gain weight, because keto was designed for 3 ways. And a lot of people get that wrong, and they get told that we're all going to eat the same macro as a large person versus a skinny person. We are not going to eat the same macros. Doesn't make any sense. You're going to use your body fat as your high fat source. And the reason I'm explaining this is I get new people that come in every single day, and I want to explain it right. I was taught by professionals. So when I bring this to you, I'm not bringing it to you just because of the knowledge I know that I have studied and I know myself, but I have 2 nutritionists that I work with that are keto experts, and a doctor that's a keto expert. So, and then of course my brother who does it professionally as well. So I have 4 people that work with me that are professionals. So when I bring it to you, I'm bringing it correctly. Just remember, you want to keep the fat low. It's important when you're trying it for weight loss. You will get the weight off Not the fact that the weight will just come off. It's going to come off so fast, and you're going to feel amazing because your body fat is your energy source. You're going to feel amazing, and it's just a great way. Now, OMAD and intermittent fasting added with keto is incredible. You can either do the 16-hour where you eat in an 8-hour window, so like 9 to 5, 10 to 6, 7 to 3, and then you don't eat again until the next day at that time. That's a 16-hour. That's a really good fast. That's getting yourself to that autophagy stage. Once you hit, and if you don't know about that, look up autophagy. It's wonderful in mending and curing in the body. When you go 24 hours, you're in a deeper state of autophagy, and then again, it's going to be mending old cells, especially like when you do lose a lot of weight and you've got some loose skin. A lot of people ask about that. Keto is amazing. It will eat away. Now, not the fat part. If you still got fat in it, you got to get rid of the fat. But when it's just skin that you can pull, keto is going to mend that because it's old cells is what it is. So when you do the intermittent fasting, 24-hour fasting, even 2-day, 72-hour, 3-day, like that, you are going to get into stronger and longer autophagy stages, and they are going to mend and heal all that loose skin as well. Now, doing keto, you won't get as much loose skin. I did not get as much. I've tried many diets, and I had lots of loose skin. You will have it though, but you're going to notice that it starts to tighten. Like I had it and it was just tightening and tightening and tightening. It's just amazing how it works. I showed you guys my arms when I showed you one of my video. It's just amazing. I lost 150 plus pounds, and that's all I have to show for loose skin. I got a little bit in the inner thighs, a little bit on my belly, but nothing that I would ever complain about or even have to have removed. If I had thousands of dollars, maybe I would, but it's not that bad. So don't worry about that, you guys. Don't base it on, I don't want to have loose skin. Remember, being healthy is much better than worrying about the loose skin, okay? Don't worry about that because keto is going to help mend and repair that. And even if you did have a little bit of loose skin, wouldn't you rather be healthy? Because you can live with loose skin. You can't live, though, when your body's obese and you've got terrible numbers. So when I started keto back in 2015 of November. In the first 13 months, I lost every bit of my weight. I lost over 150 pounds, or 148. I went from the 280s down to 139. I maintained that weight for over a year, and then I decided I wanted to lose a little bit more. So you guys have seen me egg fasting, doing 1 meal a day, doing all of that because I am still trying to get off a few pounds. I decided I wanted to see myself in the 120s since I'm 5'4". I'd like to see myself in the 120s. I'm really close to that, you guys. I'm doing very well. I did stop the egg fast for a little bit and still doing 1 meal, but just trying a few different things, keeping it within that 1 meal. But I'm almost to the point where I'm going to be maintenancing, and then you guys will get to see maintenance mode, what it's like. Maintenance mode is incredible. You get to increase so much. I myself, 5'4", me, little me, can eat 2,000 to 2,500 calories and maintain that weight. I've proved it. I did it for over a year. I never did. You guys have seen me on the camera. I've been on YouTube for over 2 years now. You guys see, the proof is in the pudding. I have not put any weight on. I just continue to look smaller to you guys. So that being said, even when I was in maintenance mode, I was losing inches. It's incredible. I love keto. So that being said, just know that this is an amazing way to eat. It is a way of life. It is for life. And, there's going to be trials and hard times where you're going to get to where you're going to feel like, well, God, I have to eat this way for the rest of my life. This is not fun. But do it fun. Look at all the different ones I have in my playlist for mukbangs, for keto style mukbangs, healthy keto, eating show. Look at all the recipes I've come up with, such good things to eat. And if you need a treat day where you just want to splurge and have something you haven't eaten, you can do it. I've been keto for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in November, and I've had 8 cheat days. That's it. 8 treat days. I want to call them treat days, not cheat days. 8 treat days, and I've enjoyed things that I've wanted, but I get sick from them, I don't feel good, and all of that, and it reminds me why I want to continue to eat this way. So the longer you stay in ketosis, the longer you go. I went all the way till I got to my goal weight, which was at 139. Then I decided I wanted to lose a little more after a while. But that's when I decided I would have my first cheat day. My mind, my brain, everything was ready for it. You got to be strong and ready for it because too many diets, that's what we do. We have too many cheat days and we get right back to where we were before. So you just got to be strong. We want to break this pattern that they're talking about keto being a fad diet because everybody's going to gain their weight back once they hit maintenance, just like any diet out there. Any diet out there that you do, any regimen that you do, anything you do, first off, consult your doctor, always. But anything you do out there, if you were to return back to the way you were eating, you're going to gain your weight back. Has nothing to do with keto, and I want people to understand that has nothing to do with keto. You just got to learn your body, and you don't have to do keto forever. Let's say you decided, you know what, after I've lost all my weight, I don't want to do keto. You can learn what your body can consume for calorie without weight gain, and you can add carbs in. Good complex carbs, you can do that. My brother's proved it, he's done it. So that being said, don't think you have to do keto for life if you don't want to. I'm keto for life because I love the way I feel, but it doesn't have to be that way for you. You can definitely figure out your body, how much your body's, the calorie intake you can intake without gain, and you'll be able to eat those things again, the breads and things that you like. So don't think that this is for life. Hang on one second. I just want to, my battery just came on. Hopefully it doesn't go off on me. But anyways, so yeah, I just want you guys to understand that you don't have to be keto for life, but you have to do something for life to be able to maintain that weight. You have to learn what your body is. And I just want to show you guys, I got this shirt the other day and I just want to stand up and show you. You can just see the weight that I have pulled off. I found this at actually a yard sale. It was at our church, a church. I found this sweatshirt. It's only a large, and you know that these ones here, the what is this? The Aeropostale, they run small. This is a medium, and look at how great it looks on me. I just feel so thin. Like, I can just tell that more and more weight is coming up. It makes me feel incredible. I'll turn to the side for you guys. I never give you guys, like, side views or anything. But, I mean, it's just incredible. Let me pull up my jeans here because they're falling down on me. There's my back side. You could just see that I'm losing everywhere, even when I stand up. I mean, look at, there's no gap, you know, like it used to be together, my legs. Even when I try to go together, you still see that hole there. You see that. I don't have that gap anymore. You can just see that I pulled off so much weight, and I'm so proud of myself. And like I said, proof is in the pudding. I did this. I'm doing it. So can you. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I was a very obese person. I had terrible readings. I had high cholesterol, high triglycerides, high blood pressure. I had high sugar levels. I was pre-diabetic. I even have a heart condition. I have improved everything. I was on 18 medications for my heart and for cholesterol and all that. I'm off of all of them. I'm on 2 medications for my heart that are a very low dose just to regulate the pump, because I don't pump like you guys do. My heart in the beginning was at 8%. I developed this not from keto. Years ago, I developed a heart condition when I had my son called postpartum cardiomyopathy. My heart was only pumping at 8%. It was my left upper ventricle was double the size. He told me I had the heart of an 83-year-old woman. It was terrible. I was put on a heart transplant list, but through medication and stuff, they were able to stabilize me because I was so young. I was only 22. They were able to stabilize me and everything. I couldn't have any more kids or anything, but they were able to stabilize me. But I only got up to like around 30%. Since starting keto, I'm at almost 45%. They would like to see me around 50. So he said, I know we took a lot of your medications away, but I just like to keep you on 2 very low dose just to help that pump, because the blood kind of pumps out differently than yours. The size of my heart's back to normal. That's great. But the pump is a little bit different. It's called the ejection fraction. Pumps differently than your guys's. So the blood pools a little bit. So he'd like to just keep me on 2 meds, which is my Coreg, which is a beta blocker, and the Lisinopril. That is not for my high blood pressure. I do not have high blood pressure. I haven't since I started keto. In fact, they had to lower that because my blood pressure was dropping so low. I was like 89/50, so they had to, drop that down really low. I was on 20 milligrams. I'm on 5 now, 5 milligrams of Lisinopril, and that's just, they said, because it's not just a blood pressure med, it's to regulate the pump of the heart too. So that's why I take it. But that being said, I'm doing amazing, you guys. I have proved that this is why it's scary and why a lot of doctors, if you ask them, tell you no, they don't want you to do it and stuff like that, because first off, they don't have a lot of knowledge. They're not nutritionists. Another thing, they're scared because they're going to lose money. The doctors, the drug industry, the food industry, nutritionists, dietitians, all of them are going to lose money. Some of them will be honest with you, watch good videos on that, but they're going to lose money. That's what's going to happen, and it's, scary to them. Like if we had a job working somewhere, I mean, if we were making money off of it, we're not going to promote it, to change that because we're making money. We need our doctors, yes, for surgeries and different things we need them for. Doctors are great. God has given us doctors, but also some of them, just instead of telling you to lose weight, they're going to pump you with full of drugs because that's how they get paid. So just be smart, make smart choices, and I recommend you try keto. Start right now. Don't worry about what you ate today. Start keto right this second. Don't wait till Monday morning. A lot of people wait. I started on a Wednesday. Start keto right now. And if you need any extra help, I link my email down in my box. I'd love to get you started. My videos are all informational. It tells you everything you need to know in my videos. So watch my videos on my ketogenic journey, my recipes, my keto mukbangs, my treat days. I give you information in all of them. I also do keto live questions and answers on Saturdays or Sundays. I do so much information for you guys. I give it to you free. So that being said, watch the videos when you have time. But if you need a little extra help and you want to get started today, and you just need help and don't understand keto that well, shoot me an email down in my box, and I will get back to you within 3 to 5 days. If I do not return your message back within 3 to 5 days, I haven't seen it then. So definitely send me another message. But that being said, I'm going to start eating now. I always do this when my food gets cold, but when I do 1 meal a day, I don't want to break the fast until I start eating, and then I want to keep it within that 20-minute window. So let's try this Philly steak and cheese Alfredo. Yum. Like I said, it's not a lot of pepper, not a lot of onion. I did actually give my husband more of the peppers and onions. But look at that. Doesn't that look delicious with the mozzarella cheese? Yummy. Very good. Yum, yum, yum. I actually could make this because I've got 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 carbs. If I really wanted to, I could add a bag of my barbecue chips to that. And I think that's what I'm going to do because it would be 8, 9, 10. Or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It would only be 13 carbs. So let me grab a bag of that with it. I think that would be really great with it. I never even thought about that. And that will add a little extra protein. I'm going to grab a bag of my barbecue chips here. They're the Quest ones. I'll show you guys. If you're new to my channel, I will show you these. Right here. Quest makes wonderful products. These are the protein chips. They're barbecue. I love them. They're one of my favorite. My second favorite is the Tostitos. They make Doritos now. They make the cheese, the ranch, and they make a chili lime taste just like those Takis. I love them. But these ones here, if you go by net, I do net carb. Some people do total all carb. I do net carb, which is where you conduct the dietary fiber. These are 4 carbs, 1 dietary fiber, so it'd be 3. So if I was at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 carbs for this entire meal. And like I said, I can do up to 20. This thin, I got to try to keep mine around the 15 mark because sometimes it could knock my color down a little bit only because I'm so thin now. But I thought, oh my gosh, why don't I have some of my chips with it? Because this will be kind of like kind of like going to like Acapulco's or something, and you got your chip and, you know, like, or the shell or whatever, and you can have it like that. And there's 21 grams of protein in here. So, that being said, if 4 ounces of the steak was around, I'm thinking it's around, because steak is a little lower than like chicken and stuff. I'm going to say it's probably around 25 grams there. Got a little bit in the protein in the cheese. I think some in the Alfredo sauce. So probably 25. I don't know what the cheese is. I think it's like 6 or 7. So 25, 6 to 7 to 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32, 33. We'll say we have about 35 here. 35, 35, 45, 46, 47, 47, 57, 67, 68 grams. So right here, actually, this is a perfect one for me right here. Now it'll be higher because I'm guessing that I counted this around that because I forgot steak and like meat, like red meats aren't as high in carb as chicken or seafood is. That's much higher in carb. That's why I recommend you guys eating when you're doing low fat to do the lower lean meats because it's going to help with your protein because the heavier you are, the more protein you have to eat. You have to eat half your body weight in protein. So that's why I suggest doing lower lean meats because chicken has like, you know, like twice the amount, like, you know, 50, 60 grams for 4 ounces. So much more. But I have 68 grams, even if it was a little bit more, even if it was around 75 grams. So if I'm adding this wrong, that still would be okay for me. And the reason I say that is because people don't even know that if you go over in protein, that can spike your insulin levels. It's really weird. So you want to keep it around half your body weight. But when you're first losing, I do recommend people eat a little extra protein because you're lowering the fat and you're using your body fat. So you can have a little extra protein. You can go over half your body weight then just to get more calories in. And then as you go down, you're going to be reversing that. You're going to be eating less protein, higher fat as you go down. And wait, I'm just going to keep going until you get to a certain point where your protein is going to be perfectly half your body weight and your fat will be really high, like around 150 grams. 30 to 150. And you'll notice that. Like it'll just get higher for you. It's an amazing way to eat. It's unbelievable how we get to go up in calories and not gain. Like I said, I can eat 2,500 calories because it's all keto. I keep my carb at 20 for the day. I stay the same way. Sometimes I even lose. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi caffeine-free. This one I can have, again, because it's done with aspartame, not the sucralose. I can't really have sucralose because it does knock my color down. Everybody's got to learn their own body what sugar. In the very beginning, I could eat sucralose. It's so weird. I could eat sucralose with everything. I used to have those Powerade Zeros all the time. And never had a problem. Not once did I have a problem. Hope you guys can see this food okay. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit down, a little bit more. But yeah, I could eat sucralose. It's so weird. Sorry, guys. It's like you go one way and then it goes too fast. There. I could eat the sucralose, all kinds of it, and stay in ketosis. But as I was losing weight, I noticed that my body wouldn't allow it anymore, and it would bump my color down. How you do that is you buy those ketone strips at Walmart. They're called ketone strips. You can buy it 50 at a time for $6, or you can buy the Slim Fast ones. That's 100 for $12. So it's the same price. You're getting double the amount. And every time you do something, you eat something, you try something, wait a few hours and test. And then test the next day too to make sure that your color isn't dropping. Now you can do it through blood, which is going to tell you right after you eat, but it's much more expensive to do it through the blood. If you do it through the urine, you want to wait a few hours and then also test the next day too. This is delicious, you guys. I feel like I'm at a Mexican restaurant. It tastes so good. There's always an alternative, and I've showed you guys that. There's always wonderful ways to turn food into keto. No reason to be eating that high carb wrap or the chips. Do these ones. Yum. And if you want it done in a style of a tortilla shell, well, they make the tortillas now. They make the ranch, the nacho cheese, and the chili lime. Chili lime would have been great with this. I should have had that instead of this one, but I was just in the mood for the potato chip instead of the Tostito. And these, see, it says right in the front, when it talks about a net carb, it shows right in the front here. 3 grams net carb, okay? I think the other one, what is it, when I'm talking about the chili lime, the Doritos, they're a little higher. I think the Dorito one is 4 or 5. Most of them are 4 or 5 net carb. So I thought we'll keep the carb down a little bit and save on a couple carbs, because I do have a bag of those. And they would have been great with this. I forgot about it because they're nice and spicy. I love spice. This is definitely filling me up. Yum. That's what I love about keto, the protein. It fills you up so quick and sticks with you way longer. Fat and protein stay with you way longer than carbs do. Carbs will make you feel sluggish and full and icky for what, about a half hour, and you're ready to eat again. And that's why there's so many obese people in the world, because we don't get that full. I love the appetite suppressant keto offers. That's why going long periods with, without food, that 16 hours or 24 hours or longer without food and then eating, you do get a suppressant. When you're in ketosis, you'll know you're in ketosis. You will know by just that alone. You're never hungry. We eat just because, it's like we know we got to eat or whatever. Well, you don't got to eat. A person that is overweight actually could just fast all the way till they got all their weight off. And that is proof. There is proof on that. There is, Dr. Berg showed videos, Cole has showed videos, from the snake diet. So yeah, somebody heavy doesn't have to eat. They have enough fat on their body to eat itself. But that being said, like somebody like me that has to eat, or somebody that wants to eat, that's what's great about keto, is you can still eat and lose the weight. So that being said, what was I trying to get at here? Well, I just had a brain fart. It'll come back to me. That's just the great thing. Oh, the suppressant, appetite suppressant. That's the great thing, that you'll know you're in keto because you're never going to be hungry. But then when you do make something, like when I made this dinner, it smelled great. I'm eating it. It tastes wonderful. And I'll be satisfied then, you know. But once you break your fast, then yes, until I hit that long fast again, which is in about 8 hours from now, I will get hungry. Nothing terrible, but I will get hungry. But I always stick with something I say I'm going to do. If I'm going to do one meal a day, that's all I'll do. Unless I'm feeling off one day. There are days, of course, I'm a woman. I do get that, my monthly. Those are days that I'm hungry and I feel a little bit more like, a little bit weak, a little bit dizzy. Because, you know, because we got our period. Not to be gross, too much information, but we're losing iron and different things like that. So that being said, those days I do eat like 2 meals, or I won't like deprive myself. I will eat if I need to. I'll eat, and, you know, I'll just do it, try to keep the meals smaller then, but I will eat more than 1 meal. I'm never one that will ever deprive myself. I'm not an anorexic by all means. I have just learned how to eat, and I will not deprive myself if I feel I need it. A lot of times our hunger is mental. But if you start feeling a little bit off, dizzy, weak, either your electrolytes are off, or like I said during my monthly, I know that I need to eat a little bit more, and I'm going to. And if I go up a little bit of water on the scale the next day, to me it's nothing now. I pretty much got my weight off. I don't care about that. Now it's just a number on the scale. I'm skinny. I'm not 300 pounds anymore. Okay? So I'm not going to worry if I go up a couple pounds, because I'm going to lose that again. I have been able to maintain the same weight in the 130s, other than when I had those cheat days, and I told you when I moved in, I had started to put weight on because it's so easy to do. So easy to do. I was definitely going over calories that I could consume. I probably was doing like 3,000. But I was going over calories, and I was having a few cheat days. So that being said, I got myself to a point where I said, that's it, done. You know, it was just because of the move. It was stressful, all of that, but I got myself back. I'm back to that weight, but other than that, I was able to maintain that one. I never went over like 142. I always sat between 135 and 142, and I'm okay with that. But now I'm trying to get to the 120s. I'm doing good. If I never see it, I know I can see it. I know I can just bust my ass and fast for a few days, and there it'll be, boom. Or egg fast all the way till I get there. I'll get there. But I'm not worried about it. It's only a couple pounds. I'm not worried about it. If I never see the 120s, I'm happy with my body the way it is. I'm perfectly fine. I'm 43 years old. I don't need to be a, you know, and I'm a size 2 and smaller than most 20-year-olds, okay? So I don't need to be a 0. I don't need to be. So I'm okay if I never do ever, you know, get any smaller than this, because a size 2, a size small to medium in a shirt, I'm okay with that, especially at 43 years old. Even when I was a size 6 and 8, I was happy with myself. I just kept losing inches when I was in maintenance. It's weird. I just kept losing inches. I love these chips, you guys. They are so yummy. If you haven't seen them or haven't heard about them and you're just starting keto, they sell them at GNC. Walmart also has these, and over by their protein powders. And they also sell them at like a vitamin shop, or you can order them online. They're $2.50 a bag. Most places sell it all the same price. And they're a great alternative for a chip. Much better than pork rinds, because pork rinds are an insignificant value of protein. You can't count the protein on that. Plus, they're really high fat. They're pork skins. These are actually protein chips. Much better for you. The fat on here is only 3.5 and saturated 0. So, way better than a pork rind. But that being said, you can have your pork rinds and enjoy them on keto too. Because, of course, they're a lot more cheap, cheaper than buying $2.50 bags of these. But I sacrifice things in my life. I give up things to be able to enjoy things like this so I can eat healthier. Because pork rinds obviously wouldn't be healthy. That was so yummy. Sorry, guys, my nose always runs because of allergy season. I always say it's worse like in the winter and the fall. I think it's worse in the fall. Then I say it's worse in the spring, like all the pollen and everything. I just have it all year long. My nose is always running, and I do a nose spray and I take Claritin. So it's always making my nose run. So we'll set this aside, and now we can enjoy our yogurt. I have done a video on these. These are the 2 good yogurts. They are only 2 grams of sugar, which is great because we always say this is a no sugar, no grain diet, but a little bit like in the whipped cream or something like this, because that's all I'm going to have for sugar is this for the day. So 2 grams, but the protein is 12, like I said, and the total carb is 3 for the whole thing. This is for 1 container. So 3 carbs isn't bad, and I've showed you guys this, but I'm going to show you again. Make sure there's no liquid on this. But I showed you guys before. Look at the thickness of this. This is a Greek yogurt. I wonder if I can tip this one upside down like I did the other one. Well, I'll just show you with a spoon. See that? That's because it's a Greek yogurt. That's what I love about it. And they are delicious. They are not as sweet as regular yogurts, but if you really needed it sweeter, you could squirt a little bit of stevia in it. Do the stevia squirt, though, because that doesn't have any carbs. The packages would have carbs. You're just going to add more carb, unless you have the room for it, and you don't have the liquid one. You could add a little bit of sugar into it to make it a little bit sweeter, but I like them just the way they are because I've gone so long. I mean, look at the thickness of this. Look at this, you guys. Off my spoon. This is not fake or an illusion. Look at how thick that is. Love it. This is the blueberry one. What I like to do with this, I'm not going to do it today because I had a heavier meal already. But I like to, when I have these, I like to put a little bit of Cool Whip on the top of this. I love it. And a few, like if I'm doing a strawberry one, I'll put a strawberry on top. If I'm doing a raspberry one, I put a raspberry on top. If I'm doing like the blueberry one, I'll add a little blueberries or just a strawberry. Blueberries are a little higher in carbs, so it's only like 3 or 4 blueberries I'll add in. But like a strawberry would be the best. Cut up a strawberry or raspberries and throw them in with it with that little bit of whipped cream. Yum, mix it really good. It's yummy. I love these so much. Like I said, this is not an illusion. That's how thick this yogurt is. Look at that. Incredible. I did a treat video on these. And they're called Too Good, as in TWO good. And they are absolutely delicious. I can't wait to see Monica's video. She was going to do a video on it. She was going to do a taste test and tell her opinion, because she's not a big yogurt person, but she loved Greek yogurt. So she found out we could have these, and they were a Greek style. She said, it says right here, flavored Greek yogurt. It says right on the side. She said she couldn't wait to do a video on them and give her opinion on if she likes them. I think they're delicious. That's the only thing I say is they're just not as sweet. But when you're not eating sugar for that many years, for 4 years, almost, this tastes sweet to me. I love it. If you needed a little bit more sweet, like I said, add in some fruit, some strawberries, some raspberries, or blueberries. Be careful with the blueberries, though, because they're a little higher carb. But add in that. That's going to make it a little sweeter for you. And if you want a little tiny bit of whipped cream on top, top it off a little bit of that whipped cream in the can. Yum, I love these so much. They are so thick. I can't wait to watch her video. I hope she liked it. Because like she said, she is not a yogurt person. The only yogurt she ever liked was Greek. Because she likes it thicker. She hates a runny, yogurt. I never really liked it either. There we go. Tipping the spoon upside down to show you again. She never really liked them. I really never care for yogurts like that either. I like them thicker too. So I love that they came out with these. So I can't wait to see if she enjoyed them. I have a feeling she's going to enjoy them because they are very delicious. If you've had them, you know what I'm talking about. They're very, very, very good. All done. And it is a nice size container. I mean, you get quite a bit in there. The ounces is 5.3 ounces. So that's pretty good. But there is the end of my healthy keto eating show. Made another great recipe there. I know that I've done Philly steak and cheese, but I stuffed a pepper. That's what I used for the pepper. I used a medium-sized pepper, and then I put onions in that, and that was really good. Now I just kind of did a Philly steak and cheese Alfredo style, just a dish, like a hot dish. And it was absolutely delicious. Definitely give that one a try. It was so yummy. It is a little higher fat, so remember, if you're doing one meal, go ahead and eat that. If you're not, then replace it with chicken. Cook your chicken in water, and don't use the Alfredo, because Alfredo is high in fat. Just keep it low with that mozzarella cheese. It's still going to be absolutely delicious. And if you are a guy, definitely eat both servings together, because, you know, or split it up for the day or however you want to do it. But if you're going to do one meal, if you were a guy, I just say eat the whole thing, because that's only going to be 15 carbs for you if you ate that whole thing like that. And then you could, you know, what is that? I said 15, so you still have 5 carbs left, and most guys, especially when they're losing, could eat the yogurt and everything still too. But anyways, if you guys are new to my channel, I ask that you please hit that subscribe button. I don't know where it is down there. The red subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. Definitely hit the notification bell so you're notified of all of my videos, so you don't miss any of these videos and all this keto information that I give to you guys free. Definitely share my channel around. It's important to share it around. I'm sure you or somebody you know could benefit from keto, so definitely share it around on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, by word of mouth. Let them know about me. Tell them it's Keep It Keto. Make sure you tell them the separation. Keep space it space keto. You know, well, not another space then, but Keep It Keto. Let them know about me. Let them come on in and let them make their own decision on that. And definitely, you know, try to help as many people as you can, because I offer all of this free and I was taught by professionals. So definitely, please, please share my channel around. I would love for, you know, my channel to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I'm aiming for. I want to help as many people as I can. I want to help the whole world get healthy. I used to say, make America great. Well, I want to make the whole world great. That's what I want to do. So anyways, and then definitely shoot me a thumbs up, because that makes me smile all day long. And also, shoot me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and you love keto. I love you guys very much. Everybody take care. God bless. And until my very next upload, always remember, everybody, come on. If you are not new to my channel, you know this. Everybody always remember to what? Keep it keto. Good night, everyone.